how do you know? He said, well, I just never have been a good student. I just never get really good grades. And I said, well, that doesn't mean you can't be a good student now. And they say, yeah, but I'm just not smart enough, or, you know, whatever. They come up with all these ideas. All the way through college, you need to work on your skills, you know, your academic skills, your reading and writing and all those, because those always need to get better for everybody. But I want you to think back at what we just did, all 10 of these. None of these are skills. There's no skill involved here at all. They're just habits. And if they're habits, that means everybody in here can become great at all of these. There's no excuse for saying, well, I can't do that, I can't do that. Everybody can do these. And if a student gets to the point where they're really good at all of these, it doesn't mean that they're going to be successful in college for sure, but it helps a lot. It gives them a big advantage over everybody else. So what I'm going to ask you to do, and we're going to just do sort of a short version of this, is this. The little blanks you see, you may have wondered, what are those blanks doing there? What I'm going to have you just start to do a little, and just so you kind of understand how this works, is that I ask my students when we go through this to look at each one of those and be very honest with themselves, because they're the only one who's going to see it, so it's just honesty, and to give themselves a grade from A down to F, anywhere in there that they think is their grade for that right now. And so I have people giving themselves, you know, A, C, F, D, B, whatever. They give themselves grades. So what I want you to do is just take a minute or two and at least look at the first few of these. You don't have to read them again because we already went over them. And just sort of react and think, is that a strength of mine? Am I really bad at that? Or is it somewhere in the middle? And just give yourself a grade, again, from A down to F. Some people like a plus or a minus in there. If you want to do that, you can. But it's mostly to come up with a grade. And I'll let you just do that at least with the first 5 here. And then I'll explain the last little part, and then we'll be done. So go ahead and kind of look at each one. And again, just be honest. You're not turning this into me, so it's just for you. Okay. If you get through the front side and you want to go to the back, you know, and keep going, you may not get all the way through, and that's okay. I don't exactly expect that, but I'll just give you another minute or so. And then, as I said, I'll just finish up with a couple of other comments. Okay. Regardless of where you are in that, you can go ahead and just stop for 1 minute, and I want to just show you the last little part of this. And again, you can feel free to do this or not on your own. It would just take a couple of minutes, and we're going to be done here with our workshop in just a minute, so you can do that whatever way you'd like. At the bottom of the back side, some of you have already seen this and some not, it says, which 2 of the 10 areas do you feel you need to improve in the most this semester? So that would obviously be the 2 lowest grades that you gave yourself. And then it says, what specifically will you do so improvement will happen? And so the one thing I wanted to give you as sort of advice for this, what you want to do is put a number like number 1 or 5 or 7 here. But the one thing not to do is, if you're going to fill this out and finish the sentence, I've had students show me this to me, and they wrote, to improve in that area this semester, I will try harder, or I will do better. And that's not good enough. It needs to be more specific than that. So for example, I'll give you a couple of ideas.